All right. Hi, everyone. I am back with another lovely reading from the Tao Te Ching. I do a reading from the original and then the version created by William Martin that is intended for modern day parenting. All right. I'm on YouTube and IG, so check out all the other readings. Today we are reading poem 26. Let's begin. Heaviness is the basis of lightness. Stillness is the norm of activity. Thus, the teacher travels all day without getting off his wagon. Although he has a lot to do, he is at peace in his indifference. Why would the Lord of 1,000 chariots be amused by the nonsense of the world? If you abandon yourself to foolishness, you lose touch with your beginnings. If you let yourself be distracted, you will lose the basis of your power. I think there's a lot to be said there this day and age with all of us often losing focus and often getting distracted. But let's see what the interpretation for modern day parents is on this poem. William Martin titled this poem, number 26, Become the Student. Children are fascinated by the ordinary and can spend timeless moments watching sunlight play with dust. The restlessness they learn from you. It is you who are thinking of there when you are here. It is you who thinks of then instead of now. Stop. Let your children become the teachers and you become the student. Okay, I'll read his insights and then I'll talk about this because this is so related to what I've been sharing about lately, giving the gift of boredom. I'm going to be on breakfast television tomorrow. We're going to talk about this as well. So very, very connected. His insights are your children may frequently change the focus of their attention, but this is not restlessness. This is curiosity. When they are doing something, they are doing only that until they move on to the next thing. Watch them. Let them set the pace. See what you can learn. Okay, so for me, this is very much in line with giving your kids the gift of boredom. And I just want to go back to the original here as well, because he talks a lot about when we are distracted, we lose our power. Okay. When we can focus in on the now, just like children naturally do, they are really just present, usually most of the time. These are beautiful gifts that we are all born with. And when we enter in this world and we have the distractions, lots of things to do, we can get pulled away from that. Now, of course, we're not just parents. I say this all the time. We're not just parents. We are substitute frontal lobe. So we do have to help our children and guide them and direct them. But when we watch them just play, there is this wonderful sense of curiosity that happens, of problem solving, of just sorting themselves out that can happen when we let them get a little bored, hence the gift of boredom. So I've talked about this many times. Again, I'm going to talk about it just briefly tomorrow on breakfast television. The gift of boredom is an opportunity for kids to have their system reset, have their brain rewire, and start building skills that they'll need. Skills like problem solving, rewiring and reinforcing the neurocircuitry for creativity. These things that are well needed for adulthood and things that we even struggle with when it comes to, how do we be bored? What do we do? And I get it because we're in a very fast paced life. There's lots of distractions, lots of things we could be doing. The list never ends. I get it. And when you start to pause, cultivate, carve out this time to be bored and start practicing the skill of being bored, Trust me, it pays dividends in the future, okay? And now too, because I know there's a bit of there'll be some resistance because if you've never practiced the skill with your kids, you're gonna be like, I'm bored. What do I do? They're gonna bug you. I understand that. But if you continue to practice, if you can move through that uncomfortableness and then that initial resistance, you'll find that there is more peacefulness. There is gonna be less of having them ask you what they need to be doing and can be doing. They're gonna find curiosity and playfulness on their own. Again, they're gonna build those skills of creativity, of problem solving. Those are the things we want our kids to be able to, practice. So, given the gift of boredom, March break is a perfect time to do that. Um, no matter how busy you are, just carve out a little bit of time where they can do and you can do nothing. And sometimes that can seem a little daunting, but trust me, practice it, even if only for half an hour, or maybe it's half a day, whatever it is that feels aligned for you and your family. Start practicing that gift of boredom because kids do innately gravitate toward that, but over time, we've learned to, make life busy, which I understand because life is busy, hence why it's so much more important to be intentional with this, okay? Hope that was helpful. I will see you all soon. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. Bye for now.